Welcome back, everyone. All throughout today's show, we are focusing on the New Orleans Bourbon Festival, which is happening this weekend right here in New Orleans. Right now, I'm here at the Southern Food and Beverage Museum, also known as SoFab, because this is the home of the Year of American Whiskey exhibit, which will be up all year long. But let's be honest, everyone, with a bourbon festival happening this weekend, we need to make sure we know how to judge a good bourbon, how to pick a good bourbon. And luckily, joining me now here to talk all about some of these great bourbons we have here is Kernel Barbara Hirsch-Napolitano. She's the co-founder of the New Orleans Bourbon Festival. Hello.
Hello, Malik. How are you today?
I am fabulous. I'm a little thirsty. I'm not gonna lie. Happy Bourbon Fest weekend.
Finally here.
Finally
We're
here.
So excited.
It's gonna be great, and I'm so excited, honestly, to learn about the 4 steps on how to pick a good bourbon. Let's talk about the first step. What is it?
Okay, so the first step that we're going to do is we're going to look at the color of the whiskey, because color tells us so much. It's going to tell us basically, it can tell us something about the age. It can tell us if it's further finished. So those are things that are kind of important for us. So when I'm looking at color, you're going to look at something like this wonderful Maker's Mark, which is a further finish. It's finished in staves, extra toasted staves, so you can see from the color it's nice and dark.
Yes, that is what I'm very familiar with. Good tip there. What's your second thing we should look at?
The second thing we're going to do is we're going to nose the whiskey, which means we're going to smell it, but it just sounds better that way.
Nose
right?
it.
We're going to nose it. So, but one thing to know that most people don't know is that we have a dominant nostril. So you can't just take the glass and stick it under your nose. You have to take one nose at a time so that you can truly get the essence of the whiskey. And that can be what it smells like, can be herbaceous or floral or citrus, all sorts of different things. When I'm thinking of nose, I think all 3 of these.
All right.
So I don't want to pick one particular one out because they're all going to be wonderful about that.
Still Austin, Maker's Mark, or the Four Roses. Okay, what's the third one?
The third thing we're going to do is taste. And obviously when we taste, we want to take a small amount. We want to roll it around our mouth and let it coat our tongue, and then slowly sip it so that we really can savor the flavors that are in there. The good news is there's no right or wrong answer about what something tastes like. It's your own memory recall. So you're going to want to, I mean, I've had the weirdest things, people say the weirdest things about what they taste. When it comes to taste, I think this still Austin is it's mild, it's new, it's young, it's got all sorts of wonderful flavors in it, although they all taste pretty darn good.
Made in Austin, Texas.
That's right.
Very
you
cool.
know about Texas,
I
right?
do, for sure. And your fourth thing?
The fourth thing, which I think is one of the most important things about a whiskey, is its finish. So basically, when it goes down, is it burning, or is it hugging your chest and just warming you as it goes down? And Four Roses with that high rye mash bill, nothing better than the finish on a Four Roses.
Lots of great information coming from Kernel Barbara over here. And I want to ask you, what does the Kernel mean?
Well, I really thought when it first happened that I could get my husband to salute me, but that has never happened. So what it is the Kernels in Kentucky are basically recognized by the state of Kentucky for 2 things. Are they bringing business into the state of Kentucky, and also, philanthropic efforts?
It's
so
amazing. Well, I want to
what
cheers to
here.
you on your title, Kernel
Absolutely.
Barbara,
Thank
and
you
cheers
so
to
much.
Bourbon Fest. Woo, we sipped so much bourbon that day. I am still recovering, but we had so much fun. Thank you, Barbara, for that. Don't forget, you can sample so many different types of bourbon coming up at the New Orleans Bourbon Festival. It's happening today and tomorrow. The seminars are going to be here at the Marriott Hotel at 555 Canal Street, and the grand tastings are at the Contemporary Arts Center, which is located at 900 Camp Street. For more information, go to NewOrleansBourbonFestival.com.